This is the Education Business Podcast for all founders and business owners in the education sector. This podcast is for you if you have an education business or you're thinking about starting one. That could be tutoring, publishing, holiday clubs. It really doesn't matter. You're in business and you're also in education. But most of all, you're focused on improving outcomes for children in the way you know best, through your business. I'm Claire Riley, co-founder of educational resources website Classroom Secrets, and I'll be sharing how to make your education business bigger, better, and have more impact through my own experiences and also the conversations I have with other founders and business owners in education. The Education Business Podcast is sponsored by Classroom Secrets, helping you to support your children's learning. Hello and welcome to the last episode of Season 3 for the Education Business Podcast. It's been an amazing season. I can't believe that I've been releasing these episodes since September, but it's time to bring this season to a close. I just want to say a massive thank you to every single guest that I have had. I think I've had about 58 guests or something like that. It's been amazing, and everybody has brought really honest insights, little nuggets, people who have been in the business 40 years, people who have just started out. I think there really is something for everyone if you are an education business owner or you work in education business. So thank you so much. And also thank you to all of the listeners as well, because it wouldn't be worth doing if you weren't tuning in every single week. And so on that, I've got a few asks actually, because we're going to have a break over the summer. And then we're going to start a new season in September. And I'm actually going to do shorter seasons, actually, to give people time to catch up, because I know that you won't have listened to all the episodes. There might be the odd person who has listened to every single episode. But the summer's a great chance to catch up, to share it with other people that you know in education business. Spread the word, because if it's worth doing, which I believe it is, then it's important that that gets shared and that it helps people. Another way that you can help us is to leave us a review. We haven't had reviews for a while. That would really help boost our numbers over the summer, ready for September with a brand new season and brand new guests. That would be amazing as well. So I've just thought I'd spend a few minutes thinking about all of the episodes that we've had over the last year and pick out the key themes that I think have come through. And I suppose it might be what you'd expect, to be honest, especially in business, not necessarily in education. But the first one was just start. So if you haven't started your education business yet, or you're quite early on in the journey, just start, just get going. And it doesn't have to be perfect overnight. Right now, in fact, as I'm recording this, tomorrow we're launching a new product at Classroom Secrets. And what's different about when we launch Classroom Secrets, we have an audience already. But that doesn't mean to say that all of the work we've put in is going to pay off overnight. It might be that we don't get the results we're expecting. But the mindset is not, oh, right, well, that didn't work. The mindset is, we'll keep trying things until it works. That's what we need to do in business. So I thought it was quite pertinent to me at the moment as we launch Tandem Teach. The second one was keep going. Once you've started, keep going, don't give up. I think this is where a lot of entrepreneurs do fail, because it feels hard and we're not willing to do the uncomfortable things, because we have to change as a person, don't we, as an entrepreneur? We have to face ourselves in the mirror. We have to feel uncomfortable, not want to do something, but have to do it because no one else is there to pass that on to. And so, keep going is important. And it's not just when you've started a business, but it's also when things feel hard. I mean, the market is difficult at the moment. The cost of living isn't great. There are lots of reasons to say, I'm just fed up. Just let me pack it in. But actually, it's the people who just keep going and keep finding the next thing that will be successful ultimately. I think this season there's been a big theme of finding your own rhythm. I've interviewed a lot of education entrepreneurs who are parents as well, who have found that balance and who have started a business to find a better balance than they had in teaching. Sometimes that means you're going to work early mornings or evenings, but it might mean that you're not working straight after school, or you're not working in the school holidays. So being able to find that rhythm that works for you is a lovely gift that we have. And I think one of the things that is good about education business, I was talking to a friend actually the other day who's in another business, and what they don't have is a seasonality. Now, there are elements that are good to that, absolutely. But I'm someone who likes to take off the school holidays with my children. I'm not saying that I never work in the school holidays, by the way, I do. But as a rule, we block that out and then we put days in afterwards. We do it backwards. We don't work all the time and then go, oh, we need to try and take some days off in the school holidays. We work it backwards. And I think that is a great time to reset and re-look at what are we working on, what do we need to work on. Whereas, some businesses don't have that. So even though the seasonality does have its downsides, I think it does have its upsides as well. So we should remember that. And the last one that stands out is that you need to create a product or service that teachers, schools, students actually really need and want. We can have these good ideas of what we think will work, but unless we're actually talking to teachers, getting into schools, really understanding what the problems are, then we're not going to really take off in our success. And so that's the last one to ponder, really, to really make sure that what we're creating is what is actually needed. So go back and listen to any episodes that you haven't listened until we are back again. We're going to have shorter seasons starting in September, and they will be spread out across the year. Don't forget to share with a friend, leave me a review. And I would love to know, how can Education Business Club support you better? What more would you like to see from Education Business Club? And to let me know the answer to that, you can just message me on Instagram or LinkedIn. It's me who manages those accounts, and I will be there to talk to you about it. Thanks for listening, guys, and I'll see you next season. Thank you for listening to the Education Business Podcast. This podcast is sponsored by Classroom Secrets. To find more resources to grow your business, visit classroomsecrets.co.uk.